Welcome to the College Investor Audio Show, where we talk about the biggest issues impacting millennial money, from student loan debt to side hustles to building wealth. We will show you how to get out of debt so that you can build real wealth for the future.
Hi there, this is the College Investor Audio Show, and we are so glad you're hanging out with us today as we take a look at some options if you don't have enough money to pay for college. Well, what can you do if you don't have enough money? The answer is duct tape. It's always duct tape. There's a lot of practical uses for it. It's, used for reinforcing book bindings, patching holes in backpacks, removing lint, and catching bugs. But what does duct tape have to do with paying for college? Duck brand duct tape sponsors a $10,000 scholarship for making a prom costume out of duct tape. Visit the stuckatprom.com website for more information, and that will solve all of your problems. I'm just kidding. If that particular scholarship doesn't really help you get out of your sticky situation, pun intended, then search for scholarships at free scholarship matching websites like fastweb.com and the College Board's Big Future. Just beware of scholarship scams, though, which charge a fee to apply for a scholarship. That's a big no-no. Here are 10 other tips for helping to pay for college. Let's have some fun today. Choose a cheaper college. College costs vary by the type of college. Often, an in-state public college will cost a quarter to a third of the cost of a private college, even with less financial aid. Another option is one of the 6 dozen or so colleges with no loans financial aid policies. This is huge. These colleges replace loans with grants in the financial aid package. They include all the Ivy League schools, MIT, Stanford, Caltech, UC Berkeley, Johns Hopkins, Amherst, and it goes on and on. If you want to find out more about that list, it's at thecollegeinvestor.com. I have a feeling I'm going to be saying that a lot today. The other option is community colleges. They are much less expensive. But of course, if your goal is to obtain a bachelor's degree, taking a detour through a community college may cause you to miss your destination. Only a fifth of students who start at a community college graduate with a bachelor's degree within 6 years, compared with 2/3 of students who start at a 4-year college. Enrolling part-time may reduce college costs by spreading them out over a longer period of time, but students must be enrolled at least half-time to qualify for student loans and the in-school deferment. Other forms of financial aid may be prorated based on enrollment status. Here's the other tip. Apply for financial aid. Apply for financial aid by filling out the free application for federal student aid, or FAFSA. The FAFSA is a gateway to financial aid from the federal government, state governments, and most colleges and universities. Less than 200 mostly private colleges use a supplemental form called the CSS Profile for awarding their own financial aid funds. But they must still use the FAFSA for federal and state aid. File the FAFSA as soon as possible on or after the October 1st start date. Students who file the FAFSA sooner qualify for more grant aid than students who wait to file the form. Oh, procrastinators, be warned. I feel your pain. Some grants are awarded on a first-come, first-served basis until the money runs out. Other grants have early or preferred deadlines. You can also appeal for more financial aid. If you need more money to pay for college because of special circumstances, just contact the College Financial Aid Office to ask how to appeal for more financial aid. Special circumstances are financial circumstances that affect your ability to pay for college. They include changes in circumstances since the prior year, like job loss and pay cuts. The FAFSA is based on 2-year-old income information, by the way. They also include circumstances that differentiate the family from a typical family, such as high unreimbursed medical expenses, K-12 tuition for siblings, dependent care costs for a special needs child or even an elderly parent, and disability-related expenses. You can appeal for more financial aid even in the middle of the school year. Many colleges also have emergency aid funds available through the Financial Aid Office. You can join the military. Military student aid may be an option for you if you wish to serve in the U.S. Armed Forces. Examples available from the federal government include ROTC scholarships and also the GI Bill. Eligible students can receive an ROTC scholarship for 1 year before being required to commit to service. There are also scholarships for service members, veterans, their families, from private organizations such as AMVETS, the American Legion, Paralyzed Veterans of America, and Veterans of Foreign Wars. You can get a job. Part-time jobs are available on and near college campuses, tons of them. Some employers provide tuition assistance too, and student loan repayment assistance programs. Up to $5,250 per year of this assistance is tax-free. Even if you already have a job, you might be able to work a second job in the evening or weekends. Also, consider asking your employer for a raise or even switching to a job with better pay. But be careful about working too much while pursuing an education. Students who work a full-time job are half as likely to graduate with a bachelor's as compared with students who work 12 hours or less per week. So keep that in mind. Cut college costs. Aside from choosing a college that charges less tuition and fees, you can also economize on other college costs. About half of the cost of a public college education is due to living expenses like room and board, textbooks, transportation, and miscellaneous personal expenses. Here are a few tips on ways to cut these costs. Cut the cost of textbooks by buying used or selling your textbooks back to the bookstore at the end of the semester. Be aware they're probably only going to give you like 15% of what you paid originally, but it's something. Live off campus or get a roommate to split housing costs. But students who live on campus are more likely to graduate on time. Minimize the number of trips home from school. Use public transportation instead of a taxi, Uber, or Lyft to get to and from campus. Don't bring a car to college. Parking, fuel, maintenance, those can all quickly add up. Cut discretionary spending like subscriptions, entertainment, and eating out. Sell your stuff. Selling your stuff on eBay or Craigslist is a quick way to raise some cash. You can start by selling anything you haven't used in over a year. Ask some friends and family for help. It's better to beg than to borrow. Ask your friends and family to help you pay for college. Ask parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles to give the gift of college for your birthday and holidays. You can also sell the gifts they give you to get money to pay college bills. Bonus. Hey, it doesn't hurt to ask for help. The worst thing that can happen is they say no. Try asking them to cover something specific like textbooks or tuition. Crowdfunding for college might be an option for students who have a compelling story and are asking for just a small amount of money. Get help from the IRS. Get money from the IRS when you file your federal income tax return by claiming certain education tax benefits. The American Opportunity Tax Credit, AOTC, provides a partially refundable tax credit worth up to $2,500 based on amounts paid for tuition and textbooks. It's limited to 4 years, but then there's the Lifetime Learning Tax Credit, LLTC, that is worth up to $2,000. The student loan interest deduction provides a tax deduction for up to $2,500 in interest paid on federal student loans and most private student loans too. It's an above-the-line exclusion from income, so you can claim it even if you don't itemize. 2/3 of the states provide a state income tax deduction or tax credit based on contributions to the state's 529 plan. 7 states allow the state income tax break for contributions to any state's 529 plan. Most states allow the tax break even if you immediately withdraw the money. In effect, this provides a discount on college costs based on your marginal tax rate. 4 states limit the state income tax break to contributions net of distributions, so you need to take the contributions and take the distributions in different years. Borrow the money. The least desirable option is to just borrow the money, since student loans must be repaid, usually with interest. Before you borrow, ask the college whether they offer a tuition installment plan. Tuition installment plans spread out the college bills into equal monthly payments over the academic year. Tuition installment plans actually don't charge interest, but they might charge a small upfront fee. If you must borrow, borrow federal first. Federal student loans offer low fixed interest rates, do not require co-signers, and have flexible repayment options. Federal student loans offer longer deferments and forbearances, income-driven repayment plans, and loan forgiveness and discharge options too. You must file the FAFSA before you can receive a federal student or parent loan. Private student loans and private parent loans are available from many lenders, including banks and credit unions and other financial institutions. Shop around, though, for the best interest rate, since the advertised rate might not be the rate you get. Most students will need a parent or other relative to co-sign the loans. Even if you can qualify without a co-signer, a credit-worthy co-signer can help you qualify for a lower interest rate. All right, that's our show for today. I know that was a lot of information, a lot of things to think about and chew on. If you want to see this article, links, and resources as well, you can find it at thecollegeinvestor.com. Just type in the name of this podcast into the search bar and you'll find it. Thanks so much again for stopping by. Hey, we'll talk to you again real soon.